Thanks for being with us, everyone. It's 8:45. We talk so much about home ownership on this program and getting into the market and the aspirations and the impossibility for some people, but we always assume it's axiomatically a good thing and you should just do it, and we don't often talk about getting it right. So it doesn't matter if you're buying your first home or your next home, the checklist of questions you should be asking yourself before you even start. Mike Pero, CEO of Mike Pero Real Estate, are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
We shouldn't just, because we're so excited about buying a home, just race in. What should we be looking for? What are our checklist items before we even begin the process?
Well, I'm sure you've bought homes before, John, and I think if I was a first-time buyer or even buying another home today, I would make a list of the things that I need and want and write them down or type them up. And just remember that when you are looking at particular properties, does that tick that box and so on? So you know, if you're an older person, do you really need to be in the school zones? Does it matter that you're not right in the city, especially in Auckland? Maybe there's a suburb that's further out that's better suited. Do you need 5 bedrooms now? Or maybe buy 3? The living areas could be bigger rather than having extra bedrooms. So think about the things that you need.
I had thought about it. It's such a big thing in our cities, isn't it? School zones. And everyone says, are you in the Auckland Grammar School Zone or whatever the hell if you're in Auckland or the Wellington College School or whatever. But actually, if you don't have kids, it's simply not relevant.
Well, absolutely. And you're paying for that too. So are you better off thinking about it? And I hear this all, oh, what about the one that, oh, look, we got an extra couple of bedrooms in case people come to stay. Well, that's fine. You've just paid another $250,000 for those extra bedrooms. You might as well just pay for their hotel accommodation when they come to town, if they come to town. So people are thinking, well, we've got to have this, got to have that, and in reality, or it's the resale value is better in this suburb. Well, you're just buying it, so you're talking about selling it now. So
that's a very good point. So we always talk about resale value, but if you are considering resale value, then you're paying an inflated price to get there in the first place, right?
Yeah, so it's all relevant. And so if you buy a house, for example, in parts of New Zealand, you can buy a house for $400,000 still, and but if it was school zone, it might be, in that particular place, it might be $600,000. But you'll still sell it, you'll pay more and you'll sell it for more, so why not pay what? Just think about the things that are important to you. Sure, if you've got children and it is important to get into a high school, then do that. But
do you know what? I think there's a lot of balderdash spoken about schools in this country. Yeah. By and large, the schools are pretty good.
Absolutely.
And the idea that you have to send your kid to Auckland Grammar to make anything of him is, you know, boy, there are a lot of good schools in this city.
Absolutely believe that, yeah. So you'll be sure that there is a school, so the kids go, my kids went to a public school, come out with degrees at the end of the day, work for a good company.
I think you just have to be matter of fact about it, don't you? I remember we were so excited about buying our first house. I think the only consideration we really made was, oh, we can afford this one. We can, and so I think probably you just need to be quite hard-nosed, don't you?
I think so. I think the expectations of home buyers today are certainly different to my day, and I'm showing my age here, but I paid a very small sum of money. I was in there, all my mates came around, we cleaned up the house with a bulldozer, and you know, it was just like really roughing it for a while, and then made the next step. But today, people say, well, you can't get much for less than $900,000. That's not really the case. I just get on the bottom of the ladder, get in there, roll your sleeves up, do a bit of work and move up. And
the lovely thing about being in the market is if the market is appreciating, you are appreciating with it.
You're all on the same bus, basically. So you just got to grab that back rail, jump on, and move your way up over time. And
so your advice is essentially don't buy what you don't need.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't need a large house, don't buy it because some mates might come and stay with you for 2 days in August.
And there's also a lot of peer pressure. And I think, look, anyone, just get on into any property. If you don't want to live there, well, rent it out. Just get on the property. Interest rates, as we talked last time, are at an all-time low. That, you know, so cheap. And, you know, the outlook is still pretty good.
Mike, one final question. In terms of the interest rates being at an all-time low, have you seen new buyers coming into the market?
Yeah,
so there's an increase of interest?
Absolutely, yeah. There's new buyers and it's happening since the OCR changed last month.
Mike Pero only got in from Melbourne at some ungodly hour this morning. We really appreciate you getting up and coming and joining us. Thanks, Mike.
Pleasure.
Very grateful.